Guys, just wanted to show some CAD files for my CNC and upgrades that I did to it. This is my stand that I made for the machine and control boxes on rails, which are heavy duty ones from a full drive for the drawers. In the back of a full drive they have two locking positions, halfway and all the way out. Adjustable feet still can be used. Normally they are in here. Got the power in here, which goes into a power box, two-way power box, which is in here, which I haven't got on the picture. One power goes to this, and the other power goes down the back to the power supply there, which powers the pump and the fans for the cooling. Coolant tubes and main cable that comes out the control box comes out of here and goes up through the slot here and up here through the cable chain. On this end is the cooling. So I've got a reservoir up there and it's got a pump inside it and temp display. Radiator is behind there. So I've got radiator, two fans, power supply there to supply the voltage for these. This is a box with the splitter in it to split the power out to these. I've also got a port on here which is for air, for the air blower on top of the spindle to blow the cutter or blow dust away from the cutter. So I can plug my compressor into the port on here and the hose just comes up out of here and then through the machine cable chains. And that's about it on the stand. Machine's bolted down on the stand through those holes there. Bolted into the machine up there. This is all bolted in with custom brackets that I cut. Bolted in. Plus I stuck labels on here for what they do. So this is the vacuum system I was working on. This one here is the old design. Small pipe and it was restricting through here. So then I went to the bigger design. Same type of bracket, just enlarged with the pipe. All enlarged all the way. And I've just done this one as well, which will have the brush strip glued inside that. I've still got to print that one and get the brush material. There's magnets in it and two alignment pins. I hide that one. Oh. Go back. Run it off. There's the magnets in there. So they'll be pressed and glued. into the part. Haven't got the pins on the file yet. Not as restricting as the old one. Wide. You can see it's double the size. This bracket here I designed to hold the cable chain because it was sagging and bending the coolant tubes and the air hose which comes down the side to the tap to turn it on, and it looks basically like that. Mounts to the machine through these two holes which are already on the machine. There's the original bolt holes, and that part is 3D printed, and this slot here is for a cable tie. Bolt it on. These are the MDF brackets that I made. Two parts glued together with dowel pins. So this one was for the arm that sticks out, and that one was for the main post. And the slot here is for the cables, cable tie. And that's just the end plugs that I made for the steel. 3D printed those. So my next thing I'll be doing is printing this one and installing the brush and testing it. And there's cable slots through there. One around the spindle and one around the pipe. This part goes up inside, and this one goes down inside this part. And it's got those two little half circle pieces to line it up so it's square on the machine. You can't rotate. We have got a clamp over here, clamp it onto the spindle. This part here is 3D printed as well. That part's 3D printed. And that's the table. There's the cables coming out for the coolant, and the orange one is for this blower. That was before I did the cooling system. There's the table stand. And the feet, I can raise them all the way up, and it sits on these caster wheels, so I can move it, and then I can just put the feet back down to lift it up off the ground and level it. That's the coolant that I'm using. Yeah, you can see here that's before I did the bracket, and this was sagging down. It sagged down more than this actually. There's the coolant system. There is the air line for the blower. It's the main power cable to the machine. Holding the table. This top bar is removable. This bottom one is solid welded in. It's inside the controls. This is the parts you get with the machine, as well as this toolbox and that green bin. I sold these pumps and brought more collets and cutters. Still using these standard clamps, and I brought some more of them, but I've also got other clamps. Didn't use this power cable. And I replaced the zeroing tool. Don't know if I've got a picture of the new zero tool or not. No. There's the coolant system. That's when I was working on it. There's the pump. 12-volt power supply. That's the wire system. So the main power coming in, negative and positive rails, and the wires going up to the fans and pump. And I've got extra holes here if I need to add something like a light or another fan or something. I may look at putting another wire off here going out the top for a LED light. That's probably about it. Manuals. Downloaded a couple extra manuals. Stuff from with the machine, how to set it up. Yeah, so that's just a little update. I will end up printing this one, and still got to buy the brush material and test it. I have tested this one with that on it, and it moves around the bed fine and doesn't hit anything.